Good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning, Jody. We've got a program for you this morning. We've got our overhead squats and kettlebell swings, and then we've got our push-up challenge. If you are new here, you can hang out with us right now, or you can skip ahead to priming the mind. So, good morning, Jason. How we doing? Anybody feeling a little stiff from the push-ups? I'm definitely thinking about those this morning. That's going to be nice afterwards. So if you are new here, we've got a 5-step program. We're going to make sure that we make progress every morning with priming our minds. Let's get it here. Let's just show you what that looks like. Priming the mind, priming the body. As I said, our intensity is going to be overhead squats and single-arm kettlebell swings. Then we've got a little push-up challenge afterwards. We'll get clear on our goals. And then ideally, every morning we make progress towards those goals. That's the whole idea. So first thing here is we're gonna choose our first thoughts of the day. So come on down, find yourself a spot that you can sit down in kind of a natural squat position. So we're looking for feet underneath the hips. You may find this challenging, so grab yourself a counterbalance so you don't fall backwards and just hold on to it there. And I just want to choose my first thoughts for the morning. So I am responsible. No excuses. If I want to get somewhere, it's up to me. Take action. Don't look back and regret it, right? Don't blame other people for your lack of opportunities. Take responsibility. Have accountability for your life. Next is I'll make time between stimulus and response. The more you'll get to know me here, the more you'll know that I get a little bit reactive. So I want to make sure that I'm taking time so that the response that I'm giving is calculated. I have all I need to succeed today, and we'll focus on progress and over perfection. I think that's a big challenge for people, that we see a big picture goal and it's overwhelming and we don't start. So if you just break it down into steps, and that's kind of the whole point of this program, is if you break it down into its manageable steps, it's not as terrifying, and then you just do those steps and you get there. Today's theme is you are going to die. And the way that I see that is, like, don't look back and regret the things that you didn't do. Jody, I'll use an example. I was listening yesterday to a podcast, and you guys were talking about retirement on the Clydesdale podcast there, and it just makes me think, like, I don't want to do that. And I know a lot of people obviously, have a job that they don't necessarily love for a while. But for me, like, my whole thing is make a change. If you don't like what you're doing, don't spend 40 years of your life doing something that you don't like. Make that change. You are responsible. You can take that step. It doesn't need to be a giant leap. It can be one step at a time to change that situation to what you want. And the last one is I choose gratitude. Maybe that's counterbalancing that one, is just being grateful for what you do have as opposed to just seeing the negative. So I'm responsible. I will make time between stimulus and response. I have all I need to succeed today, and will focus on progress over perfection. And then I choose gratitude. All right. Let me know how we feeling this morning. Anybody feeling stiff? Still excited about overhead squats? Next, we're going to get the body moving here, a little warm up. Maybe some tunes on the warm-up. You can hear that? Yeah. All right, so there's a warm-up posted on there, which we'll go through, but you can feel free to hop on a machine, get your own workout in. Good morning, Spencer. Jody, I actually love my job, just want to do it part-time in retirement mode. Oh, I love that. And to be honest, Jody, like, I don't believe that anybody truly retires, right? I think that we either, just finally do what we love then, or, we just get bored of sitting on the beach and then we have to find something that's important. Good morning. Got you on big screen, so won't be able to comment, but I'm here. Awesome. Thanks, Spencer. We got a good one this morning, programmed by Jody herself. So once again, warm up. You can follow your own or what's on the screen there. I guess pointing down this way. I'm gonna get some hip flexor warm up in the form of knee raises, some good mornings, some lunges, some burpees. Oh, There's the chest. I don't know how you guys are feeling the push-ups, but yesterday was 150 and then some squats there, 150 or so for me. Good morning, Yaroslav. How you feeling? You did that work. Did you do it twice yesterday? Jeez, I am tight across the chest. So while we're warming here, I'll take the opportunity to give you my opinion on things. So the title today, if you saw there, is You Are Going to Die. I actually, before I started my gym, was working with a friend of mine, and we were actually going to start a gym together. It didn't end up working out for whatever reason, but the name that we were originally playing with was Memento Mori, and I think that translates to something like remember your mortality, or remember that you are going to die. And some people think that's morbid, but the way that I think we should look at it is the more you remember that you are going to die, the more you may take seriously the time that you're here. That's definitely the way that I look at it, that I've got goals, right? And I think the older I get, and I'm sure there are some of you that are older than me here, but the older I get, the more I realize that my goals are not going to achieve themselves. That, when I was young and I had these big dreams and I thought that they would come to me and life would go on forever, I'm realizing that that's not the case, and as simple as that is. And if I want to have the life that I did dream of as a kid, or that I still dream of now, that I better do something about it, right? This life that, you see in your dreams that somebody else has, you see on TV or social media or whatever, likely that was worked for, right? Choices were made intentionally to get to that place. It didn't just happen automatically. So that's why this exists first, but that's why we need to be intentional about our time. We need to recognize that we're going to die, and, maybe even remind ourselves of that often, so that we don't waste. We don't look back and say, shit, like what could I have done in that year or that decade that I didn't make progress towards those goals. So, not everybody is like me, obviously. Not everybody sees it this way, but fuck, I've got things I want to do. And, part of that is I've got an example that I want to set for my little girls, that life isn't pre-done for you. You're not going to get what you want by hanging out and waiting. That you're gonna have to take those steps, make those choices, do the work to get to that picture in your mind of what life could and should be. So, that's what I'm here for. Like, that's what this program is about. We can exercise all day, and I find that not the exercise itself is simple, but creating a habit of exercise personally is not that challenging, but carving out that time, being intentional about your goals. And maybe this one's the big one, is believing that you can do it, knowing that goal is achievable. And I think that comes from, previous experience. If you set realistic goals, work towards them, and achieve them, you believe that you can. And as a result, you do. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of specific prep. How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to live and be remembered? Yeah, so Jason is exactly. How do you want to live? How do you want to be remembered? Getting up early and working out is living. Yeah, I see that as it's the primer, right? You're working out, especially early in the morning, is telling yourself that, hey, like, you're accountable for your life. You're making choices. It's not just being chosen for you. You're responsible. You're not just, the alarm clock is not your master. like that. Okay, all right, so overhead squats and kettlebell swings. So first thing we're gonna do, if you've got we got next step here, right? Okay, so if you have a PVC or a broomstick, I think those are probably your options. Hockey stick, I guess. You're gonna take that with a nice wide grip, if you know, a snatch grip. And then we're just gonna get some pass-throughs. So you're gonna take that straight overhead with a nice wide grip and let it come down behind you. If during that you want to bend the elbows, it's a little too tight, widen out the grip a little bit more. And we're just aiming to come back behind the body and straight overhead. We'll get 10 of those. Just starting to loosen up. If you've been doing push-ups with us, you're probably feeling this a little bit. I'm not used to that push-up volume, so that 150 yesterday was, I'm definitely feeling those. So. Okay, and the next step from there, we're going to take the stick onto the back, and we're just going to get some pressing. So we're just going to take it straight overhead. We'll get 10 of those as well. Start warming up those pressors. We are going to take this into an overhead squat. So I'll talk about that in a sec after we warm up the shoulders a little bit. So maybe 10 of those. Anybody got weekend plans coming up? My wife and kids are up visiting my wife's family, so I got a little bit of free reign here. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about the overhead squat. So if you are brand new, Maple, you're hitting that camera, aren't you? Yeah. If you're brand new to exercise, low capacity, don't worry, or you're not here, but or say you've got a shoulder issue, option one, air squat. Option one really is grab a chair, touch the chair, stand back up. Option two is air squat. Option three is overhead squat with a stick. So what I'm looking for here, I'll show you a couple reps. But what we're looking for, especially if you're new, is keeping this barbell straight over your feet. So what that's going to look like is you're going to set your feet underneath the shoulders. You're going to hinge at the hips a little bit. So this is kind of your start position with the barbell sitting straight over top of the feet and the hips behind you a little bit and the bar behind the head. So that when you come down into the squat, the bar is over your feet. If you had a perfectly vertical squat, which I do not, then the bar would stay overhead. But because I don't, and I want the bar over my feet, it's slightly behind my head. So I'll stand, reset, squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs, let the hips come back, squat back down, stand and reset. I don't want to stand at the top here. I want to make sure that stays overhead and supported. Brand new, do that one. Okay. We'll talk about the kettlebell swing here a little bit as well. So if you don't have a kettlebell, this can be done with a dumbbell. I'm going to do it with a kettlebell, but I'll show it here first. So we're going to aim for a single arm, but you could do this double arm. I'll show a couple options. So single arm. What I'm thinking is, if you've seen, there's a little bird that kind of sits on a stand and it ticks over and dips its beak in the water. It happens. There's a Simpsons episode where Homer basically uses this thing to replace his job. That's what I want to think here. I want to think of the bird, and I want to think about driving at the hips to push this thing forward. What I don't want to do is let it come out and then try to lift. I want to think drive with the hips, let it fly. Let it come between the legs, let the arm contact the legs, and then drive it back out. So we're going to get, I don't know, maybe up to 10 per side. I guess we're going to see how that feels. Obviously, you can use a dumbbell, kettlebell. Okay, so let's take a couple minutes and get warmed up. I'm going to get some weight on the barbell. If you are using a barbell, feel free to either take it from your squat rack, get underneath it, stand it up, pop it overhead, and squat. Or if you don't have a squat rack and you're going barbell, big boy option is to snatch it. Just take it from the ground, straight overhead into your overhead squat first rep. Or you could always clean it, pop it onto the back, widen out the grip, and then go. So let's take a couple minutes, get your gear set up. Let me know what options you're using and if you need a scaling option or a modification. And then while we're doing that, let's get, I'll just put a little music on here quietly while you guys are getting set up. Maybe take a second and put a like on this video. Press that like button. You can share this with somebody who's, you know, who needs to get up early, who needs to get to work. Jody, on kettlebell, do you prefer straight fisted or side fisted? Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about like where you want to grab this kettlebell. I'm assuming, since when we do kettlebell snatches, I try to grab kind of on the corner of the handle to allow it to turn over. If that's what you're talking about, I would just aim to, for the swings, I just grab it in the center. But correct me there, I'm not sure what you, what exactly you mean by that question. Jason, oh my God, need to be loose for overhead squats. Take your time, man. Take your time. So if you're going with a barbell, here, we'll do a little extra. Take the bar on the back, go out to your overhead squat grip. Let's get some push presses. Dip, drive, press, dip, drive, press. Maybe get 10 there. Get those shoulders loose. I'll come check that in a sec, Jody. Feels okay. I don't know if I'm gonna snatch this or not. Let's see, let me. You know what I mean? Straight fisted seeing. I'm not sure I'm following Jody. Straight fisted seeing? We talking about like nighttime activities here? What's going on? Okay, you're talking about at the top of the swing. Am I going here or here? See my hand here. Or here? Is that what you mean? If that's what you mean, sorry, I don't know if you can hear me there. I don't know if I have a preference. What is your, I'm curious to hear what your coach has said about that. I only really talk about the hand position if we're turning the kettlebell over, you know, in like a clean or a snatch. In the swing, especially like I'm just gonna go to shoulder height, an American swing. I don't necessarily, was that a Russian swing? I don't know. I get those two mixed up. Sure, yeah, I would just do what feels comfortable there, Jody. Sorry for not giving you a better answer on that. Okay, let's try out some weight on here. Valerie got real quiet all of a sudden. Yeah, I had taken the mic off there. It was on my hat. Good morning, Valerie. Valerie, have you done overhead squats before? On regular kettlebell, you obviously have a straight fist. I'll experiment on how to swing it. Oh, my bad, there's Mike. Yeah, just, there you go, Jody. Valerie does straight fisted. I've never even heard that term. I would just do what feels comfortable. You know, I don't think really that's the biggest part of the movement, but maybe I'm missing something. All right, couple minutes, we'll be good to go here. Wow, first snatch of the day. There we go. I haven't decided if I'm gonna snatch this. I think I'll probably just keep it at this weight and snatch it. So while you're getting set up, choosing your weights, just think if you go heavier, lower reps, it's gonna be a little bit less cardio, lighter weight, higher reps, more cardio. So I think I'm probably gonna aim for maybe 10, not 10, maybe 8 on the overhead squat. And then maybe 8 per side on the swing, maybe work up to 10. but whatever feels realistic. Ideally, I like to start kind of lower and work it up. So let's see here what we got. I do straight fisted, that's more standard. Yes, but only with dumbbells. Jason starting 65. No hand on face, man, that's good, that's perfect. Side fist, he means like hammer, fist curl style, I believe. Or she, sorry. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, if one of those positions causes you discomfort, then do the other one, but I mean, there's no torque either way on that really at the top. I wouldn't be concerned. Okay, so let me know. Give me a thumbs up if we're ready here. We're going 10 minutes as usual. The clock is going to, oh, Val, you get me. Hammer fist sounds better. There you go. You guys tell each other what to do. The clock is going to beep every minute. It's just going to cycle a minute at a time. Once again, we'll go overhead squats first, kettlebell swing second. You can work for, 30 seconds or a set number. Thumbs up from Jody, she's ready. How we doing? Jason, Yaroslav, Valerie, you guys good to go? Should probably try out the kettlebell maybe. Yeah, I mean, now that I'm trying that and thinking about it, I'm probably at a 45. Like, I'm probably halfway between palm down and palm up at the top there. I don't know if that's what you're looking for. All right, let's do this. Overhead squat first. Kettlebell swing second. Got a different song on here. All right, you guys are good to go. Maybe that's the song that we want. What do we think? I like this one. Okay.
I feel nauseous, believe me.
So,
Never had a lot of shit come easy.
10
Had to
seconds.
work hard, struggle just to be me.
Overhead squat first.
Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.
Probably do more of those.
Off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now.
10.
I won't stop till I wear the crown.
5, 3, 2, 1. Look at that beeps.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed?
There we go.
I swear to God they all let me down.
Good 12 squats, Jason?
I always fought just to wear the crown.
10 on the swings is reasonable.
Off at these fucking clowns.
One round down.
We're all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it.
10.
It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. Off at these fucking clowns. We're all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
There's 10. We're in it. 15 seconds.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had
10.
a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could
3,
see me.
2,
Did what I had to
1.
do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve it.
2 rounds.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
3, 2, 1.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring. Yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring. How you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing
Give it up,
to
team.
go
You guys doing
lead?
awesome.
I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
5.
I won't stop till they hear me now.
3, 2,
I won't stop till
1.
I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Thanks, Jody. Great music. Yeah, I kind of like this song.
I feel nauseous, believe me.
10 seconds.
Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to
That's 6
rise
down,
up
4
just
to
so
go.
they
3,
could see me.
2,
Did what
1.
I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God, they
30
all let
seconds.
me down. I always fought just to wear
This
the
is a good.
crown.
I agree, Jason.
Off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till
10.
they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
3, 2, 1.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring. Yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring. How you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God, they all let me down.
This is the last round coming up.
Just to wear the crown.
That's 4 sets each. This is the last round. Let me know if I'm off there.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
5.
I won't stop till they hear me now.
2.
I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off with these fucking crowds. You're on top, they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Last set coming up. Last set of swings. Unless I'm around behind, but I think that's right. 15. Last set.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy.
I'm breathing.
Had to work hard, struggle
5,
just to be me.
3,
Had to rise up
2,
just so they could see me.
1. Last one.
Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
5, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Good job, team. How was that? Let me know. Give me some feedback. Jody, that's your workout. Good job. Good choice. It's crazy how, you can see that alarm go off and not feel it. Not really want to get up. And then even when you do get up, you're feeling like, holy crap. I mean, Jody had a comment on there first thing, it's too damn early, but I'm here. And that's definitely what I feel when I get up first thing. But then once I start moving, and especially once I'm done that 10 minutes, like I'm so confident that that is the right decision to get up in that moment. And the payoff, I don't know if you're like me, but I'm sitting here right now, like, giving myself a pat on the back. And that is absolutely what you deserve as well, because most people talk, right? Most people say, yeah, I'm going to get up early and work out, and then they might do it once. But, like, you guys are doing it. And, like, how good does that feel? I know now it's 5:20 a.m. I've already started being productive. I'm going to become more productive by doing a little bit extra here and then doing my homework. It's just so good. I think that's another one of those reminders that, like, dig into the things that are uncomfortable. Choose the things that you don't want to do, because that's where the growth lies. That's where the progress happens. That's where you are going to realize your goals and your dreams, by getting uncomfortable and staying with it. I feel so nice. Let's see, Jody, totally loved it. And yes, the alarms hit different when you inspire the movement. You got it. Jason, oh yeah, it's the right choice. I asked myself, who else is doing this? Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to look at it. Like, hey, I'm not that it's a competition, but like, this is the hard thing. And I am doing the hard thing, and like pump your tires with that. Go for it, right? Because as Jason is saying, most people are not going to do this. Give yourself a damn pat on the back because you deserve it. Jody, really love finding this 5 a.m. squat. I love, Jody, I'm so happy that you found us. I'm really looking forward to finding more of this crew. I'm actually going to be on, what is it, Chris Biesterfeld? I'm going to get that name wrong. I'm going to be on his show on Monday, 3 p.m., but I'll share a link for that. And then I'm actually going to be on a different podcast tomorrow. It won't come out tomorrow, but recording tomorrow. And this is not necessarily a fitness one. It's actually a grazing podcast, a ranching podcast. But I'm going to talk about the 5 a.m. Squat Club. I'll share those links if you guys are interested later. But let's move on here. Let's start talking about our push-ups. I think we kind of did moments of clarity there, right? We just went over that the things that are challenging are the things that we should be doing, right? If it's easy, you're probably not growing. You're probably not getting better. You know, progress lies in that challenge. Let's see, homework. Jaroslav, my older 20, my younger 14, me 27. I have to get ready for gym. See you tomorrow. Awesome workout. Have a great day, everyone. Yes, you too, Yaroslav. Oh, on the note of tomorrow, and the last couple weeks we've been doing those rucks, but we're not going to do that. I think we're going to have a theme for Saturday. By the way, if you haven't joined our community on School, come on and join. We'll be setting goals and breaking them down there and making sure that we achieve them together. But yeah, I mentioned on there that Saturdays are likely going to be a sandbag day. I don't have a sandbag, so if you don't worry. I'll give some options for that tomorrow. But basically, it'll be, you're going to pick up some weight, and we're just going to keep it off the ground for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. You can hold it in whatever position you want, but we'll talk about that more tomorrow. So if you need to round something up for tomorrow, you know, backpack full of weights, sandbag. I mean, Yaroslav, you could just hold your kids on your back or something for 20 minutes. So if you do need something to, if you need to gather something up for that, there's your advance notice. And then Sunday is going to be our active recovery day, which I'll give some options for, and then you can choose other things if you've got specific crankinesses. Okay, so yeah, like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that. And then let's talk about our squats here. So if you've been here before, you know we're doing this. We're kind of following along with Do Hard Things 365. Today for him is 1,200 consecutive. Although if you go on his channel, you can find videos of him doing 2,000. It's crazy. Yaroslav, that math is not mathing kids' ages in months or years. Yeah, I didn't fully follow that, but he's working. He's working. He's got 2 little boys. Definitely not. Yeah, the month's 27. I don't know. So, on the challenge, if you started with us, we started Monday. My story, but did 4 push-ups yesterday. I did 6 today. I thought the same. Jody, yeah. 6 today. You already did your push-ups. Okay, that's good. So, what this is, I'm get on track here. It's 1 set. And you can't come down. So you can come into a plank position. That's not gonna be nice. Barbell there. You can hold this position. You can even, shift side to side, take your hands off the ground. We just want to avoid the knees, and we want to avoid, like a plank. Not that the plank is gonna help a whole lot. So it's not necessarily about doing them consecutively. It's about getting that number in throughout that plank. So if you are brand new, I would just start with something that's somewhat challenging, right? Don't go max effort, but do a few more than you want to, and then the goal is that every day we'll add 1 to it. So today is day 4 for us. I started at 50. Sorry, today is day 5, so I'm doing 54 reps today. Once again, right, this is not going to be a consecutive set of push-ups, so if you're new here, take some time in there. Yeah, go for it, Valerie. You get your 100 recovery squats while we're suffering here. I like it. You can laugh at us, make comments, whatever. So yesterday was very challenging after those push-ups. Hopefully it feels a little nicer today and takes less than 4 minutes, but if it does, it does. Let's do this. All right, we'll get some music on for the push-ups. Okay. Everybody ready for push-ups? Oh, Jody, there you go. Yaroslav is saying it's how many push-ups they did. That makes sense. So his older son did 20, younger son did 14, Yaroslav did 27. Beauty. All right, let's do this. 10 seconds. 54 is the number here for today for me. You guys have one more than yesterday. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13. That's the biggest set I've started with so far. Interesting. Maybe that was a bad move. 14, 17. Sorry about the nose snifflings. They wanna say but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games. I just do that's fact, and I don't feel no shame. It's a mood you lack. I go crazy. Nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. Got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something we can forget. I'm living up every breath. I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. $35, $36. Wow. Other squats going, Valerie. There's 39. 40. 42. Yes, Jason, jeez. You're killing it. I'm at 42 so far. 5. That's it, Valerie. Last set at 25. Dude. I lost track of shit. Damn dogs, Jody.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, make a change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win in life, I never miss that fact, taking big swings, jam your back, put me in the ring, you go out in a bag, cause I sing what I'm seeing and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill. My life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?
Completely lost track. Great job, Valerie. Have a good day. I don't even know how many I did. Completely lost track there. I think I got them all. I'll have to watch that later. Oh man. How was that? Did you finish him, Jody, before the dogs knocked the laptop? Wow. Is that like shoulder and chest for you guys? Or abs? Or cardio? It's like all of the above here. Jeez. I am fatigued. Has this been choppy? I'm just getting a message about bit rate. I don't know anything about that, but are there, has it been chest, Jason? Jason, do you do them basically straight through, or are you taking some shift arounds? Because you're so much faster than I am, and you're doing more reps. How does that look? What are you doing, like 5 sets at 12, or like how does that look? Oh man. Val says bye, Jody. What do you mean straight? You just do 60 straight without stopping? What do you mean? Jody, I did my regular every 30 seconds for 12 rounds, 5 each. You did 60 as well. How, Jody, what's your plan for progression? You know, are you decreasing like the level of the incline on the push-up? Are you maybe going to increase by a rep for the, you know, every minute, you know, maybe do a 5 and a 6 every minute? What's your progression plan? Picture looked good to me. Thanks, Spencer. Spencer, what do you got training wise today? What are you up to? Jason, yes, but slows down after 50-ish. I want to see this video, man. That's impressive. That's why I was saying yesterday, Jason, maybe 100 is more like your number. Oh, appreciate that, Spencer. I forgot that I'd asked about that. I was watching a couple of replays and you can see there are some choppy moments, but now that thing is gone. It says excellent connection now anyway, so who knows? Who knows? Hopefully Elon is up there protecting my internet. All right, let's do a little bit of cool down here. Nice, Jason. I think really anyways, like if you're not feeling sore, why not do more? Why not go with 100? I'm thinking that we'll probably do this challenge for at least 50 days. I mean, my goal, short arms, man. Hey, take the advantage where you can, man. It's like, yeah, Colton Mertens can squat 570 because he's got shorter legs, but like, hey, take it. Take it. So I was saying, you know, 100 I think is my goal on this. It'd be cool to be able to say, you know, you could do 100 consecutive push-ups. So I think we'll keep this up for 50 days for this challenge, and then at the end of that we can start thinking about a new one. I like the idea of having a challenge at the end here. Spencer, I did max height deficit snatch grip dead for funsies after the planned training. I think you were talking about somebody else's snatch grip deadlift. Was it like 500 or something? Do these guys do like the snatch grip deadlifts, these strength guys, do they do any weightlifting? Do they snatch ever? Or is it just all the strength work? Obviously nothing wrong with that, but just curious if they're doing, if anybody's doing weightlifting. A bit behind due to laptop snafu. Yeah, tell me about it, Jody. How did you, what's the progression? Jason, I definitely don't have this advantage when rowing. Exactly. Exactly. Good point, right? Or wall balls. But that's what's cool about CrossFit, right? And I think what we're seeing, you know, with someone like Jason Hopper winning this past year is that, like, you know, it's not 5'8", 190 that has to win the CrossFit Games. You know, there's a wide range of body types that could probably do it because, you know, the training is, you know, GPP. It's well-rounded. It's meant to find the overall fitness, not the strongest or the, you know, best endurance runner, it's finding well-rounded GPP, and that's not going to specifically target one body shape or size. So, you've got advantages and disadvantages at any shape and size, and you've got the opportunity to work on those areas to make them better as well. See my comment above. Oh, sorry, maybe I missed one, Jody. I know you mentioned the regular 30 seconds, 5 push-ups every 30 seconds for 12 rounds. I'm just asking, like, what's the goal? How will you see progression there? Do you plan on cutting the rest down, do more reps per set? What does that look like? Spencer, oh, those two guys, no, they don't. But I interact with a few weightlifters who do snatch deads for their actual snatches, flat back, etc. Spencer, I'm curious about the round back concept. Do you teach that you should be practicing both ways? Do you teach that, hey, I want to create tension in this rounded over position? Like, what's your training philosophy, and what are you teaching your clients? I'm very curious, because I've always been this neutral spine guy, but like on the farm. Good morning, Ed. How was it, Ed? How was the workout? And are you doing the push-ups too, man? Let me know. Yeah, I'm very curious, Spencer. I mean, as I'm saying here, on the farm, like, I try to get into neutral positions, but that's not always the case, right? So you have to be able to develop strength through all positions. I definitely agree with that. I'm just curious about your philosophy and what you teach. So remember, you're going to need some sort of sandbag for tomorrow. Even if you had maybe a med ball, you're going to see for tomorrow, I might actually just go outside and get a big rock. But if I didn't, I'm going to sneeze here. If I didn't have access to a big rock, I'd probably just put some dumbbells in this bag, close it up, and then I'm just going to like sit it on my shoulder. I might put it on my back, do one of these guys. I might even like put it in my lap, sit down. It's just going to be getting uncomfortable, supporting some load, and it'll be like 15-20 minutes. I'm just going to kind of move around, and we're going to chat about food. Specifically, we're going to talk about eating animals, just because I was listening to a podcast the other day talking about a vegan weightlifter, and I have strong feelings about that, especially since I've come to agriculture and understood how food is made. If you are a weightlifter, you need a flat arch back. The round back position is natural, like you say. I do it because it's more hip dominant, and most sports team athletes glutes for speed. There you go. There you go. If you're looking for, like, Spencer, do you take on clients? Like, do you train people, or is it just YouTube? If you're looking for some cool strength training, make sure you check out Spencer Graziano's channel. And the shorts are funny. Check them out as well. Entertainment and education. Jody, carnivore. Are you pure carnivore, Jody? Are you like lion? Are you like eggs and dairy? Let me know. I have a 25-pound slam ball. That's good. What you could do, Jody, hold the slam ball, and every once in a while, pick up one of the dogs or something. How much do your dogs weigh? That might be a great option. Just hold the dog. Spencer, honestly, the round back, I don't even look at it as the back extensor is doing the work anyway. Just needs to be healthy, compliant to pull the most. In person only. Okay, so, and Spencer, you're in California, right? So if you want real bad, you can move out to California. And 60-pound doodle, that'd be good on the back. That'd be a good solid weight. I mean, depending on how calm they are. I know Maple wouldn't, she wouldn't stay still. What was I looking at though? Yeah, Jody, tell me about this diet. I've done excuse me. Yeah, I appreciate you, Spencer, man. You're the leader of the strength world, in my opinion, so I appreciate you being here. Yeah, Jody, I've done, I mean, I don't know whether you'd call it carnivore, but with dairy and eggs, for at least 3 months. Probably felt the best I've ever felt. Meat, eggs, butter, 90 days in. Well, you say boring, but I mean, that's the only way I've ever found effective to kill my sugar cravings. You know, I've definitely followed that world a lot now, and you know, they talk about that some people, you know, talk about Paul Saladino and how he's kind of come away from that and how he does honey and fruit and how that can be triggering, addictive, and I get that, right? Like, I have access to the, oh no, let's not die, please. Morning pulsing iron. Are you talking about not eating, are you talking about diet right now? Are you just hopping in? At least not yet. No, we're not dying, man. We're just getting better and better. Great job, Jason. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Get yourself a sandbag or something. Jody, a bit of cottage cheese would basically been very good. Hubs does not appreciate it. Oh, very interesting. Pulsing Iron, are you already done for this morning? Are you heading out now? I can send some, not that you need more people watching, but we could send some people over. Yeah, Jody, my wife's actually a naturopathic doctor. Just hopping in, joking about the title. But we're going to die, right? This is the point, Pulsing Iron. You get this, right? Do the things that are important to you now because you're going to die, right? Don't wait. You completely understand this. Fais-le maintenant, monsieur. Va faire ton workout et bonne chance, monsieur. So, I did this, and you know, the wife is a naturopath, so she gets health, but she's still not necessarily getting the idea of carnivore, and she believes in greens and all that. And the more that I raise sheep and cattle, the more I believe that greens are for them and that we're meant to eat them. But it's my lunch break. Got to eat now. Cannot stay, sadly. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Enjoy your second workout this evening. Probably stop by to check it out at some point. Everything is done. 150 pull-ups, 150 leg raises, 300 push-ups, 300 squats, 50 minutes. You always keep it clean. I know how it is. Good job, buddy. So, yeah, I mean, Jody, we'll dig into that a little bit more tomorrow. Tomorrow I will make sure you get my full opinion on food. But, yeah, I don't know if you watched it was Chris. It's the podcast I'm going on Monday. He was interviewing his daughter, and she's a vegan weightlifter. And that just made me think we got to talk about this. Because I know that there are... So now what do we do? It's only 5:42 a.m. We do our homework. Thank you for the reminder, Jody. Jody, what is your homework? You know, when you're... Oh, look at that. Let's see if we can do a funny thing. When you do retire and you go to part-time, like, what's your dream? What's your thing that is not getting enough attention? It doesn't need to be a job. It doesn't even need to be a project. It could be, it could be, hey, I want to learn the piano. I want to, whatever it is. What is the thing that you will, what's your goal? What's your homework? Chris. Yeah, it's funny, actually, Jody, I want to get in on that one. And that's 10 a.m. here. I've got a PT client at the gym from 10 to 11, but I'm going to try to sneak out because Chris is a fellow Canadian, and we actually worked with Two Brain in like 2015. We actually worked one-on-one with him before his team was as big. So we got some Chris experience. So I'd like to be able to hop in there and say thank you and promote Two Brain a little bit, but we'll see whether that works out. I'm going to do dog walking, sitting, and continue to lift heavy. I love it. Spencer, I've started my cut and I'm trying to get half as lean as you. Your obliques on the push-ups. Yeah, well, I'm the type, Spencer. What I'm learning is that there are two types of people. There are people that when they encounter stress, they eat. And then the opposite, that when they encounter stress, they don't eat. They starve themselves. And I am definitely the latter. When it gets busy here, I will skip meals. If I get anxious, I will not be hungry. So for me, leaning out is not that much of a challenge. It's always, you know, how can I get stronger? How can I put on more weight without eating too much junk food and you know, putting on a lot of body fat. Although, I mean, it's the time of year that I probably should be putting on body fat. We'll talk about that tomorrow as well when we talk about animals, because we definitely never would have had carbohydrates in the volume and the consistency that we do now in our evolution. If you believe in evolution and you still have energy, and I have no choice but to have energy, man. I got to go out and feed those animals. But I mean, I do go to bed at 9:30, right? I got to make sure that I get my sleep. All right, so tomorrow, once again, we've got sandbags. So make sure you've got something that you can throw on the shoulder or put in your lap, or I'm likely going to move it around. It's likely going to become pretty uncomfortable. So have that ready. Sunday is just going to be active recovery. No gear really needed for that. And so yeah, like the video if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Join our community on School, because that's where the magic is really happening. We've got our first get-together on Monday. I think that's that. I love you guys. This is so much easier when you guys are joining me. So much more fun than talking to a camera and having no feedback. So I love you guys. Check out Spencer's channel. Check out Chris Cooper on Sevon today at 10 Eastern, I guess, or 7 Pacific. What else? I don't know. That's that. Thanks for joining, Spencer. Love you. Love all you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have yourselves an incredible Friday. Let's get it.